Hi again, everybody. This video is sponsored by contribution from Narcissist, and here's the story. Hi, Ali. I wrote to you a while ago. I'm the guy who was stuck in a business contract with a narcissist. I sold my car, which has bought me some time financially, but there doesn't seem to be any end in sight with this contract. There's a small contribution attached to this. It isn't much, but maybe my story might help somebody out in a similar situation. I also didn't say thank you to you for the last story. I was embarrassed about it. Anytime I ask for help, it comes with a great deal of shame. So I want to say thank you now. It really did save me. Like most people watching this, I grew up with parents that lied to me about the way the world works. They made the world seem like it was some insurmountable force that I had no chance of surviving. All the wisdom they bestowed upon me was retarded or perverse in some way. To this day, I'm still trying to sort out the rights and the wrongs about what I was led to believe is trivial knowledge about how the world works. I think I'm in a similar situation now with the guy from this company that owns certain rights to my project and the guy from a rival company and his lawyer who want to steal the rights. Basically, they are all telling me I'm screwed without them. I'm sure that's far from the truth. All three of them are snakes. The lawyer is representing me, but doesn't actually work for me. He doesn't have my best interests in mind. You seem to be pretty knowledgeable when it comes to the court system and certain rights people have in general, so I'm really asking your advice about navigating legal matters with a narcissist, more so than narcissism itself. I realize you're not a lawyer. Obviously, this is a matter of corporate law. However, maybe you or somebody watching this could help shed some light on my situation because I'm drowning here. Given my financial situation, I wouldn't be able to afford to even talk to a lawyer. I signed a contract with this original company. It gives them rights to distribute my project, but they don't actually own the copyright or intellectual property. After months of being in this contract, I realized he couldn't uphold his end of the agreement and was trying to overstep his mandate. In a nutshell, everything he said to me verbally to get me into the contract, he was just blowing smoke up my ass. None of this is written into the contract, of course, as it was all specific minutia. I told the lawyer this, but he said it doesn't matter. How can it not, though? I never would have signed the thing in the first place if not for that. Here I am 7 to 8 months later, the guy barely responding to the lawyer, and when he does, it's always non-responses, nothing to push things towards a resolution. When he does respond, he always does it in a very cheery, passive-aggressive way. It drives me up the wall. My mother loved to do that, a huge smile on her face, and she just told me how she screwed me over. Just recently, I emailed and put my foot down. All he did was remind me that I'm stuck in a contract of confidentiality and a confidentiality clause with him, and I can't release this project or tell people why it's now dead. Here's the thing, the only person actually upholding their end of the agreement is me. He has done nothing thus far. Surely this can't be acceptable. I may be stuck in a contract with him, but it also means he's stuck in a contract with me. Does that put him in breach of the contract? Is there not some sort of time limit or limitation to a contract? I would think so. I mean, how long? I mean, if this contract's supposed to end on a specific date, then that's when the contract ends. If it's a lifelong contract, I mean, I never heard of a lifelong contract. But the sound of this is, yeah, he's manipulating you, but he needs you more than you need him. So talk to your lawyer about maybe doing what you want to do. Say, you know what, you come after me, and then because you haven't lived up to your end of the contract either. If they're not responding to your lawyer and they're ignoring, they're hoping it goes away. They're hoping it goes away, which tells me they really don't have the ability to fight it like they're making it out. And that might be what your lawyer is telling you. The fact that they're doing nothing, I think maybe they're trying to wait you out to bring you to heel, hoping you run out of money so you have to do it for them. However, you know, as far as you're concerned, if you're suing to get out of the contract, then you're already the contract, I would think, is already contested. So if you're suing to get out of the contract anyway, I don't know how much of a problem it is if you just went and did what you wanted to do. Because what they would then have to do, then they would have to turn around and sue you. And then you can turn around and say, well, I'm already suing you to get out of this contract because you haven't lived up to the terms of the contract. You see, if they now then turn around and sue you, then they have to produce discovery themselves. Then they can't do this runaway shit. You understand? This these non-responses. If you force them to sue you for breaking confidentiality, for violating the contract, that might be what you actually want them to do. Because then they're not going to be able to do these non-response things, because you're entitled to discovery as well, and you're going to be able to say, you violated the terms of the contract. You haven't lived up to your end of the contract. So talk to your lawyer, because it sounds like they would lose. Sounds like they would lose, especially since 7 to 8 months later, 7 to 8 months of non-responses from them to resolve the issue. They're just trying to hold you over. I don't know the specifics of the contract, so I don't know if there are any ins or outs, if there are any outs on it. But it sounds like they violated the contract. And because you're going after them, they can just slow walk you with these non-responses. I might tell them, well, you know what? I'm just going to start talking. And then you can sue me. And then you can provide me with the discovery of why you violated your end of the contract a year ago and continue to do so. They're not going to want to do that. They're not going to want to do that. I realize you may not be in the position to sue them, and it seems scary to take that type of a risk. What do you have to lose at this point? I mean, you said you just sold your car to try to stay afloat. It sounds like you're on a shoestring anyway. Can't get blood out of a stone, man. Can't get blood out of a stone. But you need to talk to your lawyer about it. Every time I ask the lawyer questions like that, I never get a straight answer. He ducks them, or he ducks them completely. The revival guy and his lawyer don't want me to have any breathing room between breaking this contract and signing on with them. They know I'll probably cut and run, again, making it seem like I'm helpless. At this point, it's obvious he's intentionally impeding the project so that it fails. Even if I were crawling back to him to try to work something out with him, I know he'll throw it back in my face. He's waiting for that ultimate supply. That's all I got. I really don't know what my other options are, if any, with limited resources and money. Normally, I'm the type of person who will cut their losses and move on. But this is really all I have. Not to sound melodramatic, if this fails, nothing I do from here on will get any positive reaction. In fact, it will be boycotted. I don't want to say what I do for the sake of anonymity, but you actually made a video about people who are the target audience for my type of project, and you are absolutely right about some of them. They can be extremely vile. I'm not exactly sure who you're talking about. Thanks again, Narcissist. Stupid name, I know. P.S. For those of you who get this reference, don't worry. I've been eating my bananas. If you have a rival company interested in you, you should ask them, if I just break with them and sign with you, are you going to defend me against any lawsuits? Because I guarantee it, though, if they would, that lawyer is not going to sit there and give you half-assed answers. If this person really wants to take you on and sign you, and ask them, like, I'll sign with you. This guy's been violating the contract. Maybe give their lawyer a copy of your contract and see what they can do. Because if you can sign with the rival and the rival will agree to protect you legally, and he'd probably have to anyway for signing you, because they'd probably try to sue him as well. So I don't know if that's why he won't hire you or what the deal is with that. But tell him, like, I think they're screwed. I think if I did it, there's nothing they could do, because then we can prove that they violated the contract. But I would need the legal protection, which I really can't afford right now. And I understand. And listen, lawyers never give you a straight answer. That's why they're lawyers. That's why they like to drag things out, because it makes them more money. But if this doesn't work out, you said you have no credibility left anyway. You think it's over. What do you have to lose? So thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you for your story. I really hope that helps. Like you said, I'm not a lawyer. Kind of guessing here. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a narcissist you'd like to expose or a topic you'd like me to cover, you know what to do with the PayPal link that supports the channel and my email link to send your stories to in the description box. And remember, when you do send your story, please put at the top of the email whether it's with or without contribution and what name you'd like to go by. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon. Bye.